It began on an ordinary day, when Leo was exploring near a cozy home at the edge of a quiet neighborhood. Nothing seemed unusual at first. The familiar sounds of the world surrounded them, but Leo had the feeling that something nearby deserved a closer look. Soft sunlight, moving leaves, and familiar everyday sounds filled the air as Leo stopped and listened. Then Leo noticed something that did not quite belong. It was a small, unusual object that did not belong there, partly hidden from view. Leo moved closer, careful not to disturb it. The discovery was small, but it immediately raised a much bigger question. Leo could have guessed at the answer, but instead asked a better question. What evidence could explain what they had just seen? That changed the adventure. Now Leo was not simply looking for an answer. They were looking for clues. Just then, Sky arrived. Sky noticed that Leo was staring at the same unusual place. Instead of laughing at the mystery, Sky became curious too. Together they compared what each had noticed. They immediately realized that neither had seen the whole picture. Leo had an idea and wanted to try it immediately. The plan was reasonable, but it depended on one assumption. They tested it carefully and watched the result instead of rushing to a conclusion. The result was not what Leo expected. Instead of confirming the first idea, it revealed another clue. For a moment, Leo was disappointed. Then Sky pointed out something important. A failed idea could still tell them what the mystery was not. Leo continued carefully, using what they had learned from the previous discovery. The result was not what Leo expected. Instead of confirming the first idea, it revealed another clue. For a moment, Leo was disappointed. Then Sky pointed out something important. A failed idea could still tell them what the mystery was not. Then the environment changed. A new obstacle appeared between them and the place they needed to reach. Leo wanted to move quickly, but the evidence suggested that rushing would only make things harder. Leo noticed exactly where the earlier attempt had gone wrong. It was a small assumption, made too quickly. Instead of hiding the mistake, Leo used it as information. Now the mystery looked different. The first sign, the unusual object, the failed attempt, and the later clue all pointed toward the same explanation. Leo finally understood why the earlier details mattered. Just when the answer seemed close, another problem appeared. The final clue was difficult to reach, and there was no obvious shortcut. Leo looked at Sky. They both knew the next step would require teamwork. Leo and Sky divided the problem into smaller parts. One watched the environment while the other handled the immediate task. They communicated clearly and checked each step before moving on. Then Leo saw it. The final clue connected directly to the first one. The strange event suddenly made sense, not because of one magical guess, but because every observation had led naturally to the next. With the mystery solved, Leo and Sky could finally see the whole journey clearly. The strange beginning, the wrong turn, the failed attempt, and the final discovery were all connected. On the way home, Leo thought about the first strange sign. It seemed so small at the beginning. Now it felt like the first page of a much larger story. Sky smiled, and neither of them needed to say much. The adventure ended, but the questions did not. As Leo looked at the familiar world around them, ordinary things seemed a little more interesting. There would always be something new to notice, another question to ask, and another discovery waiting somewhere nearby.